Good everyone. I'm here with David Arvidson at Arvidson Wiltshires. We've been doing a auction ram selection and had a bit of a look over the stud rams. But David is going to tell us a little bit about what his year's been like and his upcoming sale and how many rams he has on offer.
Okay, so it's been a difficult year, interesting one, and we've pushed the boundaries on facial eczema this year. So facial eczema in the rams we're selling is going to be higher than normal, and the data across them is a lot more reliable. We've taken GGTs across over 200 rams, and so that's given us really sound information across all the gene lines available. So that's the big positive out of the year, and Calvin's helped us with a second opinion on our Hoof scoring, and so we've been able to cut in even harder there and remove some more stock. So yeah, big positives coming through despite a hard year. Because of the extra facial eczema tests they got exposed to, we will be offering about 45 rams at auction this year. They will be the top cut that we have available for sale. We will do some sales from farm as well.
Explain what, so with the eczema,
yeah,
and David doesn't graze his rams at his own property, and what has happened, and the man who grazes them is just over here fixing a water leak beside us.
So we've got to watch what we say.
And trying to develop the property, and I've done this myself, trying to sort out Californian thistles. It introduced a huge natural challenge to the rams, which in one way is a big blessing because it gives you that fantastic data.
Yeah.
And it really challenges those animals, and because you've tested across the whole flock, you have identified those key sires and those key lines, which are super strong for facial eczema.
Yeah.
And of course the rams that didn't pass didn't stay.
No, they've gone, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, because your product is far better on the facial eczema front this year.
So the jump we're making on facial eczema, we've been ram guard testing at about 0.55, 0.56. This natural exposure would have been the equivalent of somewhere between a 0.6 and 0.7 exposure. And so the rams we've got that have survived that and that we're used for our stud selection team this year is giving us a big jump in our facial eczema. Rams we put up for auction, normally the top ones have been just into the 3,000s on their DPX.
Oh, yeah?
This year they're into the 4,000s.
4,000.
So yeah, so it's given a lot more accuracy as well. It still give you an accuracy figure on your facial eczema, and that normally sits around 40-50%. So in other words, the progeny outcome gives you quite a wide spread still, whereas because of the tests they've been through this year, that accuracy figure is up over 70%, some around 80%, which means that the outcome is a lot more reliable. So people buying them this year basically will get a big jump in their facial eczema protection within their flocks.
Yeah, and unfortunately for this footage today, I don't have the sales rams because they're out the back somewhere.
Yeah,
the main auction team.
Yeah.
What I have is I have David's stud rams, which probably you're probably not going to sell them. They're probably not available. Actually, not probably, definitely not available. And then we have the next tier of rams, and we've gone through those today. We've put a few red marks on.
Yeah.
And 95% of the time, David and I agreed on what to do. There was one ram we disagreed on, and he's got a question mark to check later on. But that is how we kind of work well together, don't we?
Yep.
It's worked well. So I think it's time for you to have some dinner. Do you know your sale day?
It's last Tuesday in November.
Last Tuesday, I'll put it up here. I'll put the sale or down there.
Yeah.
Somewhere
It's
there will be.
weird to say the date because
Yeah, might be wrong. So somewhere I will put that on the screen. And so if you are wanting an Arvidson ram this year, because there are very limited numbers, I do highly recommend checking out the catalogue when that's out, and that will be out very soon, and getting along to that Taupo sale yards to put your hand up and buy a ram.
yeah, we do have another option available for people if they feel like they've really missed out. We have some early born ram lambs this year, May, June.
Yeah.
And so some of those could be quite a good size by the time you get to February, March, and worth a look if people are super keen. That's a line that we're trying to develop just to have autumn lambing from our flock. And one of the beauties of that is that it means if you're using those bloodlines, hopefully you have a nice compressed lambing whenever you decide to have your lambing.
Yep. I was actually off topic a little bit. I was here and I didn't realise that David left his tails on his ewes, because there are a few of David's ewes here, just a very small selection, and yeah, still got the tails on, yet the rams, the tails come off, and so a lot of people would like the tails on the ewes because, of course, keeping back ends clean. It's a lot harder to keep a sheep clean when it's got a tail on the way. It's like a big windscreen wiper for the crap coming out the back. And nice clean tails, it's something that I'm a little bit envious of, because I struggle a little bit with keeping the back ends of mine clean at this point in time.
Yeah, we get the odd dirty one, but sometimes that makes your culling decision easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, they beautiful clean bunch of tails there. So.
Absolutely. Well, I will see you. Hopefully everything goes to plan. I will see you at the Taupo sale yards, and good luck with your sale. And just as I said to everyone, if you want an Arvidson ram, I highly encourage you to get to that Taupo sale yards to bid on that rams that are available. I reckon this year you'll have % clearance because of the supply versus demand.
Yeah.
And it should be a pretty good year for people to buy your shedding rams if they want that facial eczema.
They want the
resistance.
Facial eczema to take a big jump. This is the year for
improvement. We've got to make sure we say the word resistance or tolerance or put that word in there.
What you like.
Yeah, very good. Well done, David. And hey,
to stop them dying.
And a great day. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Catch you later.
Thanks for all your help.
Isn't he beautiful?
We need to pull the woolies out before you...
Well, we know that what's happening with the woolies though, because we've got the very best of sheep and we've got the bottom end, but he is just lovely, isn't he? I like him, and look how quiet he is. He's doing a second shed on his neck, or he just hasn't carried much wool. That actually might not be a second shed, it might be just he doesn't carry much. He's got a bit of presence, eh? He's actually got a little bit of twist on that front foot. He's not a 10.
Yeah.
He'll be a 7 or something like that. But that's nice. Right.
You're not using them as examples, are you?
Well, we've got the best and the worst, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got the best and the worst.
Yeah. Funny, eh?
I'm going to run out of rams because we're here checking for one, we've got your stud rams. We've possibly got 2 stud rams in here.
Yep.
Of yours. That's an indication with those yellow marks are possibly for your stud use. Yep. And then what we're doing is, of course, we're doing a recheck on anything that you were just you wanted a second opinion on.
But one like that, you can see I'm not being too hard.
That's right.
He's a disaster. The joint has given out on him.
So that's really easy.
Yep.
He just gets a mark.
Yeah.
But we're walking them in the pen, aren't we, to see how they walk.
Yeah.
Because I could lift that, I'm probably going to find hoof problems in that particular ram.
Yeah.
Okay, but if I lift some of these rams,
Yeah.
they actually lift their feet and they look fine. But we can see when they walk. So we're doing a walking. We walk them in the pen, in a reasonably clean pen, aren't we? And then we will run them down the race and we're going to lift every single hoof and see what we think. Is that a stud ram over there?
Yeah, he's got a hoof score of 7.
Got potential.
Yeah. So if that ram had a hoof score of a 6,
Yeah.
and we've got some of those in here because your stud ram's in here.
Yeah.
If we score them at a 6, then you put them out for sale. So index wise,
Yeah. Because I'm trying to lift my hoof scores as much as possible. So
yep.
yeah, selecting through for the
So that's
top hoof scores.
stud ram, and he can stay as a stud ram. I don't need to look at him.
No, here's another one.
What's this fella here?
I like his body better.
He moves very freely, doesn't he? Come, buddy.
A 9, he's got great feet.
So he's a 9.
I gave him a 9. Yeah. But, sometimes they don't stay at the score you give them.
No.
No, and this is something that I did explain, that a hoof score is very much a reflection of animal health.
See on his hind pastures, he's got good posture there.
Stand properly, buddy. When he wants to stand properly. So it's very much a reflection of the health. So if the animal is healthy, they're more likely to have good hooves. And so the only one I actually need to flip is this fella,
Lighter one.
the lighter one. Very easy. So he gets assessed. We don't know what his foot score, what hoof score he had, and check that he is either at his score or better. If he's deteriorated, which none of them, very few of them have deteriorated.
Horrible posture standing there at the moment.
Oh, they do that. They do lots of horrible things when you've got the camera on them, don't they? Like that. That's very much a horrible thing. Right, let's get them down the race and we'll have a look.
I didn't like the head on him.
Yeah, if you take the head off that one, put it on one of the others. Right, grab this one. Now he's a little bit slight, isn't he, this fella?
Yeah, he looks like he's either an exceptionally late lamb or else he's not thriving to some degree.
Yeah, and that's something that we need to factor in.
588.
And I look at hoof, and I go 2 off for that one. Cracking. And I think it's really a reflection. You want to turn it just, hey, okay, you good?
Climb sideways or backwards or somewhere.
And down here, check I don't get a ram in the back of my head. Cracking up the front. It's a 5 so far, 1 more foot to go. When were they last drenched? Come here, buddy.
Can't remember actually. It's probably been a couple months at least, if not a few months.
Does his score a 4?
Yes. Is that, do you agree?
Yeah, I would still leave him as a 4.
And I would cull him. Just
Why?
like, where
His wristband?
he's got that very slight light body with a
Yeah.
dirty bottom combination,
People won't want them.
and
Good move.
normally those two put together means there's something internal that I don't like happening.
So come.
Don't get my leg. So we got 2 stud rams and 2 culls. Well done.
Very good.
Now this pen was full when we started the day. Well, big boy. Now, some of your rams we've actually, you'd mark them as a possible stud selection,
Yeah.
but then they've only made it to a 6, 5 or a 6 on hoof score.
Yeah.
You've also been very hard on your hoof scores. You like to be hard on them.
Yeah, within reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I say, it's just so hard because the hoof just changes so quickly.
Can do.
That's
Yes.
the painful part. You think you've got it spot on, and next thing you know, change a feed or something, and the hoof can change.
Yep. Right. So same deal. We've got a possible stud.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Looking at him, is he standing with an outward turn to his hoof, to his front legs?
Oh. Yeah.
Was it the other one?
Yeah. Give him a scan and see what he scored at. Right. So we've been doing this all day. We're going to finish the job, and then I might see if I can have a chat with David properly